And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit of God, help me to know myself in the light of the Akashic records, to see myself through the eyes of the Lords of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of me have for me. The records are now open. This is the first time I've done this in a really long time. Well, this is the first time I've ever recorded myself being in the records. Um, so this is good old faithful. Shout out to Tatiana Tarot who taught me about this a couple of years ago, and it's something that I've always had like access to, but haven't really been using. And over the last like maybe like a week or so, I don't know, something just like pushed me to start just like going back into my Akashic records. I forget who was talking about it, and when I heard it, but I wrote it down and I was like, bitch, you should actually do that because it's been a long fucking time since you've been in your records and like you actually know how to like access the records and like you used to do this for people. So like, why don't you do it again? Why don't you also just like show all of the things that like you're able to do? And I feel like first and foremost, hi, because I already started talking. If you don't know, my name is Gary DeAndre, Gangsta Guri, if you nasty, GG for short. I'm reintroducing myself. I am an educator, spiritual consultant, and author. I have the tarot deck, Tarot for You and Me. This came out May 28th of last year. It's crazy that I have not even talked about this deck at all. I'm the creator of it. Jess Vosti did all the illustrations for it. We came up with the concepts together. I came up with like the majority of like the visuals and everything. And then wherever I didn't have inspiration, Jess, they stepped in and they did a wonderful job. So shout out to them. Shout out to Simon and Schuster. Shout out to Hay House as well, for all of the work that Hay House has done in the background. Before I even started like the work with Simon and Schuster, Simon Element. I have to give a shout out to my agent Laura. Thank you, Laura, for stewarding this process and taking a chance on me. I have to give a shout out to Colin Bedell, Queer Cosmos, as well. Colin is the person that put me into contact with Laura in order to be able to create and write this book, this deck. And it took me years to get it done. And the fact that it's done, it's been out. You know what I'm saying? She did her, her thing. She did her thing. I wish she did more. You know what I'm saying? There's been some things that have just like happened as far as the creation of the deck and things that like people don't tell you. And then I don't know, for me personally, like I would be knowing like things were like happening, like the pages are falling out, like, and this is something that a lot of people have like reached out to me about, and it just overwhelmed the fuck out of me. And I never said anything to the publisher literally until this week. And I've known about the pages falling out of the book since the very beginning because, bitch, I had the deck. But I was like, oh, it's just mine. No, it seems to be everybody's. And I didn't do my part to like reach out. Sorry, my anxiety got the best of me. Just being honest here. And I was stressed out, and there's just like other things that have been kind of like going on behind the scenes that I have not spoken about in regards to what this process was like. And I look forward to, if anybody wants me to talk about it, um, let me know. Speaking of anybody asking me to talk about it, it makes me think about just like my projector nature and how I have been living out of my design for the last couple of years. It makes me think about the fact that I need to get back to the things that bring me joy, get back to the things that feel right. Because I feel like I've been moving out of alignment for a while now. And I think that part of the reason why I've been moving out of alignment is because I've been scared to move in alignment. Like, what does that require? What responsibility does that take? What action should I be doing in order to like live in alignment? And like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean that in reference to, this work that I've been doing for 8 years that I've built a career off of. Like, And to think that I've been sitting here telling myself for the last 2, 3 years, like, bitch, it's not worth it. Like, you need to pivot, like, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. And it's because I've been letting my family, my immediate family, get in my head about my gifts, my immediate family get in my head around my queerness, around my spirituality, around my access to, like, different practices, my, what's the word? Not even intuition, but just like knowing that there's something in all of the things that are coming to me. And I've been pushing those things away from me. And that's not fair because those are the things that have just like been bringing me peace lately. I stopped doing candles like for myself. I used to do candles like, what I'm saying, daily, like lighting candles on my altar because my altar is like right here in front of me. I have one in my room and I have one in my living room. My living room is where my ancestor altar is also where I do all of my client work as well, or just the candles that I've been doing for people just like in the background. Because even if I'm not talking about it, like the work is still happening. People are still contacting me. Like I'm still working with clients. Clients become friends. You know what I'm saying? I get people that come only to me as like their reader because they know what they're gonna get. And if you don't know what you're gonna get, then you're gonna get a fucking experience. And I have to be committed to like delivering an experience because I am an experience. So, bitch, I'm gonna give you all of me. Like, if you're talking to me, if you want me to be here, like, bitch, I'm gonna give you what you looked for. Like, come on. And I have just like not been doing that. I have been so fearful. I've been so scared of like how it's going to be perceived, how I'm going to be received. And I don't think that's fair to me. I don't think that's also fair to the people that seek me out because it's just like, bitch, you looking at my shit and you think you about to get a bad bitch with a fucking message. And it's just like, no, this is a scary bitch that's scared to tell me what to say. And I'm just like, that's not my season anymore. I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just want to live in like my true authenticity. I really want to live and just like share like what's actually happening instead of being scared to like talk about that. Like my housing, not even housing insecurity. Thank God. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Because listen, there was a time where I did not know how I was going to pay for this apartment. And I was like 3 months behind on rent and people looked the fuck out. And that is not the case right now, but it definitely is the case when it comes to just like my daily living. Um, let's just say I make not that much. I work a part-time job, which is probably also part of the reason why, I took a lot of time away is because I was channeling a lot of that energy into my part-time job. And now I'm working full-time temporarily. So please keep your prayers in the air in regards to me getting a full-time job because I need full-time money. Diva, I'm a princess living in a bando, okay? And I got to go. I don't know if I want to move somewhere different here, like because I love New York. I've been back in New York since July 27th, 2014. So my 11-year anniversary of coming back to the tri-state area is like slowly approaching, and so much has happened in 11 years. Been arrested 3 times, switched jobs like multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been so much that's like happened that I have not shared that I feel like I need to share, and I will. But the reason why I'm talking about this is like there's so much that's like happened, and I've been in this one apartment since 2016. I have expanded, I have grown, you know what I mean? But I'm also low income and I'm also bipolar and I also have ADHD. So when people start sending me like those little whatchamacallits, what's this shit called? Like the housing things, you know what I'm saying? Like submitting for like housing or whatever. I'm always like, of course I would like to, you know, do this, but it always requires like getting shit together and you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, this is a lot of work and I'm unfocused and I'm trying to focus on my day job right now that's sending me all these fucking emails, especially these days because I'm working. Listen, I became important at work, which low key, I kind of love. Because it allows me to feel like that boss bitch energy and I feel like I've just been underutilized in the job that I work right now. And I just want to feel, because there was a time where I really thought like, you know, I wasn't good at my, not necessarily not good at my work, but I just felt like I had potential for more and there's no room for growth in the job that I'm in right now, unfortunately. So I feel like I'm hitting like a wall of some sort. And also like the job market is hard, you know? So it's like, that's kind of like some of the stuff that like I've been dealing with because it's like, I want a new position. So, or I want one of two things. So let's just say this is like my manifestation. You know what I'm saying? Come back. Like I'm in a place right now where it's like I love my lifestyle. I love working from home. I've worked from home pre-pandemic. And I don't think I can give that up. Maybe like not even like a once a day or once a week or whatever. Like I need a bitch when you want to come into the office, you can come into the office if you want to type T. You don't even have to come into the office if you don't want to. Like, girl, maybe sometimes I just want to get out of the house and like be around some people. Like, and also, you can do stuff like that with what are those spaces and everything like that, but I can't afford that right now. Like literally, like there are times where it's like I will get paid and then I will pay for stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like catch up on bills, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever, and then that shit is gone in like 5 days. And I'm like, bitch, you still have 10 days to get through. And you have $10. What are you gonna do? And that's my assistant. My mother calls her Voldemort because if you say her name, she listens to everything. But feeding my dosha, I should be eating at this time of the morning. Shout out to my cousin Kim. I don't eat breakfast. I don't know why. I put those because it just helps me to kind of like be on like a circadian rhythm of like I know when certain announcements come that something is like needing to be done. ADHD brain. Anyway, there have been plenty of times that I've been in this house and I've been like, bitch, what are you gonna eat? Like, and then sometimes I'll tweet it and money comes out of nowhere, or sometimes I'm just chilling and like a coin comes through, or somebody reaches out, and I just have to say thank you to everybody that has kind of like been the wind underneath my wings. I tell people all the time that they are my guardian angels. You know what I'm saying? Like truly guardian angels, because I be struggling for real, for real, for real. I don't know what y'all think this shit looks like or what y'all think is going on over here, but baby girl, it's not giving what you think is giving. I don't even want to show you my apartment right now. It's so dirty. I hate to admit, I have not cleaned in a year. I think one time I had a friend of mine stay with me. They actually cleaned my bathroom for me because it was disgusting. Shout out to them. They know who they are. I love you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being my confidant. Thank you for being like one of my lovers, I guess you could call. They kind of like saw me through that time. I will never forget them being here. They were here in December, and I just cried in their arms. There were mice running around and shit like that. It's crazy. I got to get out of here. And then I try to, like tell, the landlord or whatever, whatever, like what's going on. And they're like, well, you can only have da da da. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. And I just push through it because also like I struggle sometimes with like advocating for myself, for like speaking up. But I'm in a season. I don't know when July hit. It was just like, no, bitch. My name is Gary DeAndre, and I have something to say. So I've just been saying kind of like what's on like my heart, and you know what? It feels good. And I wonder why I have been scared to open my mouth this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like what has kind of like held me back? Why have I been fearful? But I think it's because in my mind, when I like start talking, people go away and I have abandonment issues. You know what I'm saying? Like people abandon me, people leave me alone. Like I have spent so much time isolated in this house by myself for the last year and some change, thinking about how I'm going to make it through these days, thinking about what if the world just did not have me anymore. But then I think about like my family and how they would be hurt. I think about my friends, you know what I'm saying, and how they'd be hurt. I think about y'all. And I think about like I know that it would be like a fucking like when I leave this planet, whenever day that is, hopefully that's like 30 years, 40 years in the future, 50 years in the future. Like because everybody, I love a good affirmation because like sometimes when you text people and you say like, oh, you on my mind or whatever, and they're like, you gonna live a long life. And you know what? I received that because there was a time where I thought I was not going to make it to this age. I remember I did a shrooms trip with my friends maybe like 2 years ago at my best friend's house. And child, I was tripping. Okay, I've never done that many. And I remember I was standing outside on the porch smoking a cigarette, and I heard like you're gonna die at 35. I was like, girl, freaked me out. And I was like 33 at the time, so I'm like, bitch, you're gonna die at 35. So of course I've gotten to 35, and I'm like, bitch, you're gonna die. You are, and I rebuke that. I'm not going to die, but a part of me did die. I will say that. And we will have that story time on how that happened and why that happened when it's the time to share. But it is too early to talk about that because there are still wounds that I'm coming out of with that situation and dealing with. But I died a couple of weeks ago. Like my soul, like that version of me, like passed away. And I feel like this is like Phoenix Rising energy. Burn it down. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Blah, 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 blah. This is snap because I cannot continue to live the way that I've been living. And I need help. I need financial help. I need like career help. I feel like I have a wonderful set of skills that are made to be used, you know what I'm saying, in my major field, which is ironic enough that I'm like in my major field. I need Spanish speaking people, like brand partners, to like reach out to me. I need a fucking wellness retreat, okay? I need a whatchamacallit, like a writer's retreat in like Bogota or like Colombia, or like Bogota is Colombia. Peru. What else is on my list that I want to go Spanish speaking country? La República Dominicana. Miami, because you know Miami. Well, I did go to Miami, and Miami's hell on earth. Costa Rica. Um, I have a bunch of like different. If you can see right here, I've had that list up there for a while. Travel destinations: Houston, which I've been to, the Seychelles, Aruba, Dominican Republic, San Francisco, San Diego, um, Greece, Switzerland, the Maldives, Chicago, Boston. I've never been to Chicago, but I have been to Boston before. I need to go back. Portland, Miami, Bali. What does that say? The Tennessee Mountains, Berlin, Prague. I cannot believe I wanted to go to Israel. We are not going there anymore. She needs to be off the list. That was a long time ago. I wrote that 2020, just to be very clear. Japan, Costa Rica, Colombia. Those are the places that I have on that list. Actually, let me fucking scratch out. Fuck Israel right now. Not giving them any of their flowers. Sorry. Who feel how you feel. I support Palestine. Just so we're clear. And that may upset somebody, but basta ya. Anyway, I need a Spanish speaking country vacation. I have a passport. All I need is the money and the invitation. And that is me leaning into my projector nature. I just have to say what I want out loud and not be scared of it. And I'm saying out loud what I want. Take me out of this fucking country. Take me out the group chat, America. I want to go. So all over the place, I know. Recently, I was talking with a girlfriend that was first a client, but now is like somebody I talked to and could not imagine my life without. I love you, Seti. I'm texting you right now to tell you that I love you. Thank God for having this computer. Because listen, Ariani, she was sick and I just got her fixed and I'm trying to keep her clean and everything because I'm a dirty bitch and like, excuse me. Okay, they said talk better. I'm not a dirty bitch. It's just like I have depression, depression and anxiety, and I need help cleaning my house, and I don't want to clean it myself because there's just so much to do in here. And yeah, anyway, I was talking with Setia, and I don't know how we got onto the topic of. I hope y'all can hear this, by the way. I don't know how we got onto the topic of like back in the day and everything, but I have a box of notes that I keep from high school. I keep everything. I'm literally like the next great philosopher, the next great historian. You heard it here first. Next great philosopher, next greatest orator. I have a note. It says to Gare Bear. Figured I would read it. I don't know what's in it. I haven't opened it, so we're gonna read it together. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my life. 2-10-6-2-2. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna write that down because maybe it'll come in handy later. Maybe it's some of the light code that I need to remember. 6-2-2. So that's 12 plus 6 equals 18 plus 4 equals 22. Master number 22. So that's me calling in the energy of my husband, wherever he fucking is. What does this letter say? I think it's Jennifer. Yep, I know it is. The Cookie Monster. Okay. Hey, what's happening? Nothing too much here. Just bored as hell. Sorry I haven't got the notebook yet. We used to pass a notebook back and forth in middle school and high school. I love you, Jennifer. I'm Poe White Folk, LOL. Aw, that bear was just so adorable. What are you going to get him? That seems to be the big question. He got you all that candy and you can't even eat it. LOL, so funny. Man, do you remember the guy Holly liked, Chris? Well, since I've been talking to him, ... I think I like him. Uh-oh. This can't be good. I don't know what to do. The whole me and Mikey thing hasn't been working out. I like never talk to him. He never calls me. I don't know, ... Gonna go. Love Jen, aka the Cookie Monster. Jen was my sister. I literally just reconnected with her like a couple of days ago. We have the same birthday. Literally same date, same year. I have not spoken to her in probably like years, and something pushed me when I saw her name to reach out to her. I'm going to text her too and be like, girl, I'm reading a note of ours on fucking video. I love you. I'm in the process of reading one of our old notes. Do you remember the Mikey slash Chris saga? LOL. And then she is the Cookie Monster. Hey, yeah, I know it's obvious that, but that's okay. It will be okay. I'll get the notebook as soon as I ask my mommy. You know, I just remember, and I left my learners at home and drove to school today. My bad, bitch. Now we were doing illegal shit. Anyways, Mikey is 2 months older than me, but I'm older than Chris. His birthday is Friday. LOL. A Mike who? Now I'm confused, and we do have a lot to talk about. Okay, bye. Jennifer had cute handwriting, always. I love her bubble letters. Anyway, I don't know who she was talking about brought me candy, but I guess I had a suitor. I don't remember this suitor. Shit. I'm like, who the fuck was courting me? And I don't know what year this was, but this was in December of some year. It said 12/4. I like candy. Also, let me just say this. Yeah, like if you're gonna pull up, like come correct. Like for real, for real. Like if you're gonna pull up, like come correct. I like gifts. I need to do that's what I'm actually gonna do today for fucking funsies, because why the fuck not? I'm gonna do my love language test again, because also, as you see, I like write stuff down, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of that. I need to stay around notebooks and stuff like that all the time, because girl, my brain. That's why her or Voldemort, I should say, are really the realest within the club. I have been realizing I like gifts. And I felt bad about that. But like, should I feel bad about like liking gifts? Like, I like shit. I give me things. Okay? Please. I receive. This is the surrender pose. Okay? I receive, Diva. This mic is new, by the way. Shout out to Simhar. Thank you for buying this for me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in my work. I'm trying to like tap into my content creator bag. Also, I need a haircut. You want to sponsor a haircut, please? Because bitch, although the beard be bearding, but also I don't have a comb. I don't really do facial hair. I mean, I do facial hair. It looks good on me, but like keeping up with it and like all that shit, like lots of work. What was I gonna say? See, my brain fart. And I'm not an editor, so I'm not about to edit this video either. You're just about to get straight thoughts, and that's what I'm about to start doing. I have been getting on TikTok a lot lately. Somebody told me there's a bag on TikTok, and I'm like, all right, they said show up every day. So I'm just gonna start posting shit. So you're gonna see more of me. So just like get ready for that. Um, just get ready for that. I'll just tell you kind of like the things that like I'm doing and kind of like where I am and everything. And I feel like I've already talked a lot. If you are interested, this is what I'm reading, Great Black Hope. I've been struggling to focus on like more than one chapter at a time, but I'm reading that. I also have this book from Marcella Kroll, Healing the Liminal. I have not opened this the way that I would like to yet, but I will soon. Also, if you have not read the book Sirens by Joshua Moore, this book, I need to revisit it because I read it a couple of years ago and it spoke to me. I also have this book on my bed, Crystal Muse. I've been really getting back into my crystals. I'm sitting here with this fluorite right now. Let me send you a little Reiki energy, okay? Do you want to receive it? I need to learn how to draw honsization again. Hold on. Huh, 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 huh. That's the only way I can remember how to do honsization because I got to do it with the sounds because it's so difficult to draw. But anyway, okay, so like this is actually kind of sad, but like I literally like sleep in the bed with books. I ain't got no man, I ain't got no dog, I ain't got no pets. You know what I'm saying? My medications, okay, because I know that I've talked about like my skin. I'm on prednisone right now. All of my like mental health meds, like I sleep with this stuff next to me. One, because I ain't got no nigga, and two, like if I don't have it right in front of me, like I will forget to do it. ADHD brain. Trying to get medication for my ADHD, but my psychiatrist won't give it to me because he wants me to get my mood in order. And I would show, actually, I can show you like my mood. I'm using this app called Dailyo. I don't have it on this phone. I have it on this phone that I'm recording on. Thank you, God, for the abundance. Also, I need to change this phone because this is a 12. And I'm hoping that when payday comes, I think payday is on Friday this week. So I only got 5 days to go, God. Only 5 days to go. My plan is to upgrade this phone because I need a new one. The everything has been like messing up with this phone for a couple of years, but I've just been resistant to do anything about it. So I'm gonna see if I can do a trade-in of some sort. Anyway, my mood is what I was talking about. So as you can see, this is like the mood tracker. This is from Thursday as it's updated. I do it every day. It helps me to just like, track my feelings, track my vibe, like see the ups and downs and like understand because the doctor makes me feel like they're bad. But like when I'm on the app, it tells me that I'm balanced. And I'm like I'm all over the place. Like, is there something wrong with that? So he won't give me ADHD medication until I get my mood in order. So I've been using this new medication I was on, something for like a couple of months, but it gave me some really terrible adverse effects. So like this shit makes me cry, and I love it. It feels like I'm in touch with myself. It feels like I'm in touch with my feelings. I've been on it for like a couple of months now. It's helpful. It feels more helpful than anything else that I've had. So yeah, we will see what happens. Um, but anyway, this is coming up on 27 minutes. I was born on the 27th, so something is saying like to wrap it up here. If you've watched all of this, that is just me rambling. This is how my mind works. I've been scared to like let y'all in for real, but like y'all are my family, honestly. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for watching the Purple Pants Premonitions. Shout out to Bryce. Shout out to Danielle, Final Girl Vibe. Shout out to Kendra, who's also been on the show. Shout out to the Rob Has a Podcast Network. Also, shout out to Queerify, V, Raph, Leah. They are some amazing people. Thank you so much for taking a chance on me and allowing me to be a part of you all's show and inviting me in and taking a chance on me in a season where I didn't really want to take a chance on myself. And thank you so much to everybody that's been like the wind underneath my wings. And that's just like called me, like texted me, like been present in my life, like thought about me. It means more than you know, especially lately where I've been dealing with like skin issues and mental health issues and just like being really down bad. But it ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. And I got a fire in my belly and a fight in my hands, okay? Do you want to fight? I mean, the name ain't gangster for nothing, bitch. It's nothing but a word. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'll be back again soon. I've rambled enough. It's 7:17 in the morning, and I deserve to have some fun. Thank you for listening. Also, get me the fuck out of this apartment because I hate this view. I hate this is so ghetto that I have this hung up there like that. But bitch, I don't know how to do no rods. I'm just a girl, okay? Peace.